Hey everyone, welcome back to The Lost Tone. Today, we're diving into a topic that's got everyone talking. Is artificial intelligence stealing jobs? A groundbreaking Stanford study published in Time on August 26, 2025 says yes, especially for young workers just starting their careers. But it's not all doom and gloom. AI is also creating opportunities in some surprising ways. In this video, we're breaking down the pros and cons of AI's impact on the job market based on this new research. Whether you're a recent grad, a seasoned professional, or just curious about the future of work, this video is for you. So, grab a snack, hit that like button, and let's get started. AI has taken the world by storm. Since late 2022, when OpenAI's ChatGPT burst onto the scene, generative AI tools have been transforming how we work. From writing code to answering customer queries, these tools are getting smarter and faster. But what does that mean for jobs? According to a new Stanford study from the Digital Economy Lab, the impact is real, and it's hitting some workers harder than others. The researchers, Eric Brynjolfsson, Bharat Chandar, and Ruyu Chen, analyzed millions of payroll records from ADP, the largest payroll processor in the US, covering thousands of companies from 2021 to mid-2025. Their findings? AI is reshaping the job market in ways we're only starting to understand. Let's break it down by looking at the cons first, the challenges AI is creating for workers, especially the younger generation. Let's start with the bad news because it's significant. The Stanford study found that early career workers, those aged 22 to 25, are losing jobs at an alarming rate in fields most exposed to AI. We're talking about roles like software engineering, customer service, marketing, and accounting. Since late 2022, employment for these young workers in AI-exposed jobs has dropped by 16% compared to less exposed roles. In some specific fields like software development, the decline is even steeper, nearly 20% for young coders. That's huge. If you're a recent college grad trying to break into tech or customer support, this is like hitting a brick wall. Why is this happening? The study points to one key reason. AI is really good at replacing what's called codified knowledge. That's the stuff you learn in school, textbook skills like writing basic code, analyzing data, or handling routine customer queries. These are exactly the tasks entry-level workers are often hired to do. For example, tools like GitHub Copilot can churn out basic code faster than a junior developer, and AI chatbots can handle customer service calls with no coffee breaks needed. As a result, companies are hiring fewer young workers for these roles. The study calls these workers canaries in the coal mine, warning us that AI's impact could spread to other groups if we're not careful. This trend is backed up by other reports too. For example, Bank of America noted that since 2022, the unemployment rate for recent graduates has been higher than the overall unemployment rate for the first time in years. Goldman Sachs also found that the value of a college degree is shrinking because AI is taking over the entry-level tasks that grads used to do. This creates a vicious cycle. Fewer job opportunities mean fewer chances for young workers to gain the experience needed to move up the career ladder. It's not just about losing a job, it's about losing the chance to build a career. Another con is the psychological and economic toll on Gen Z. Imagine spending 4 years and thousands of dollars on a computer science degree, only to find out that AI tools are doing the coding you trained for. The study mentions that computer science enrollments are stagnating, up just 0.2% in 2024, because students are rethinking their career paths. This uncertainty can lead to anxiety and disillusionment. Plus, if entry-level jobs keep disappearing, we could see a generation stuck in low-skill, low-pay jobs or forced to pivot to entirely different fields like healthcare or manual labor, where AI's impact is less pronounced. And it's not just tech. The study highlights other white-collar fields like law and consulting, where AI is starting to nibble at entry-level roles. For example, AI can draft basic legal documents or analyze market data, tasks that junior associates used to handle. This quiet erosion, as some call it, is reshaping the job market in ways that could deepen inequality. Young workers, especially those without extensive networks or resources, are hit hardest because they rely on these entry-level roles to get their foot in the door. Finally, there's a broader societal risk. If AI keeps automating entry-level jobs, we could see a bottleneck in career progression. Without those first jobs, how do workers gain the skills to become the experienced professionals companies still need? The Stanford study warns that this could destabilize the labor market in the long run, creating a workforce with fewer opportunities for upward mobility. It's a sobering picture, and it's happening faster than many expected, since late 2022 to be exact, when generative AI tools like ChatGPT went mainstream. Okay, let's flip the script and talk about the pros, because the Stanford study isn't all doom and gloom. While AI is disrupting some jobs, it's also creating opportunities and boosting productivity in others. One big positive is that older workers in AI-exposed fields are holding strong. The study found that for workers aged 30 and over, employment in fields like software engineering and customer service actually grew by 6–12% from late 2022 to May 2025. Why? Because experienced workers have what's called tacit knowledge, the kind of know-how you get from years on the job, like handling tricky clients or solving unexpected problems. AI struggles to replicate that, so companies are keeping these workers on board. This is a huge deal. It means that experience still matters, even in an AI-driven world. For example, a senior software developer might use AI to handle routine coding tasks, freeing them up to focus on complex projects or creative problem-solving. The study suggests that workers who use AI to augment their work, meaning they use it as a tool to enhance their productivity, are less likely to be replaced than those whose tasks are fully automated. In fields where AI is used this way, employment is actually stable or growing, even for younger workers in some cases. Another bright spot is that not all jobs are at risk. The study found that hands-on professions like health aides, maintenance workers, and taxi drivers are seeing steady or growing employment for workers of all ages. In fact, young workers in these fields, like nursing aides, are finding jobs faster than their older counterparts. Why? Because these roles involve physical tasks, interpersonal skills, or creative problem-solving that AI can't easily handle. So if you're considering a career in healthcare or skilled trades, AI might actually be creating more opportunities for you. Here's another pro. AI can make workers more productive. The Stanford researchers themselves used AI to write code, clean data, and even create graphs for their study. This shows that AI isn't just a job killer, it's a tool that can help workers do their jobs better and faster. For example, a marketer might use AI to analyze customer data and create targeted campaigns, or a lawyer might use it to quickly review contracts. When used this way, AI doesn't replace workers, it makes them more valuable. Finally, there's a long-term upside. The study notes that technology has always destroyed some jobs while creating others. Think about how the internet eliminated some clerical jobs but created millions of new roles in tech, e-commerce, and digital marketing. AI could do the same. As companies adopt AI, they're likely to need workers to manage, train, and oversee these systems. New fields like AI ethics or human-AI collaboration could emerge, creating jobs we can't even imagine yet. The key is using AI to boost productivity and innovation, not just to cut costs. So, what's the big picture? The Stanford study shows that AI is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's making life tougher for young workers in fields like tech and customer service, where entry-level jobs are disappearing fast. This could lead to a generation struggling to get a foothold in the workforce, with ripple effects on inequality and economic mobility. On the other hand, AI is creating opportunities for experienced workers and those in hands-on fields, while also boosting productivity when used as a tool, not a replacement. The study also hints at a path forward. To minimize the cons and maximize the pros, we need to focus on augmentation over automation. That means training workers to use AI as a partner, not a competitor. For young workers, this might mean learning skills that AI can't easily replicate, like creative problem-solving, emotional intelligence, or specialized expertise. For companies, it means investing in human-AI collaboration, rather than just cutting jobs to save money. And for policymakers, it means creating programs to help workers transition, like upskilling initiatives or support for fields with growing demand, like healthcare. One thing's clear, AI isn't going away. The Stanford study is just the beginning of understanding its impact. As Eric Brynjolfsson said, this is the fastest change in the job market since the shift to remote work during COVID. We need to stay informed and proactive to navigate this new world. That's why studies like this are so important. They give us data to make smart decisions, whether you're a worker, an employer, or a policymaker. So what can you do about this? If you're a young worker or a student, don't panic, but do adapt. Look into fields where AI is less likely to dominate, like healthcare or skilled trades, or learn how to use AI tools to make yourself more competitive. If you're an employer, think about how you can use AI to empower your team, not replace them. And if you're just curious, keep learning about AI's impact, because this is only the beginning. That's it for today's deep dive into AI and jobs. What do you think? Has AI already affected your career, or are you excited about its potential? Drop a comment below, and let's get the conversation going. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next video. We'll be exploring more ways AI is changing the world, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.